Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video, I'm going to talk about my anti-aging skincare routine. I'd like to go through my morning routine and my evening routine, show you everything that I use, what order I put it on, and explain to you why I use it. I always have to say that, of course, this is my skincare routine, this is what I do. It's not perfect, it's not 100% right for everyone, but it is what is working for me, at least at this stage in time. My YouTube channel has kind of been a 3-year experiment in how can topicals work to help our skin. And over my 3 years on here, I have seen my skin change for the better. Now that I'm 53, my skincare is mainly about seeking out the best, most scientifically proven active ingredients to put topically on my face that might actually work to help reduce wrinkles or reduce age spots or help to firm my skin and to protect it from the things that do cause skin's aging. This particular video is about skincare from the outside in. Then you got to think about all the things that you do from the inside out. Do you exercise? Are you eating healthy? Do you drink enough water? That all is very important in skincare. I'm not going to touch on those here. I'll do those in a separate video. We'll start with the morning routine and I'll explain to you step by step what I do and how I layer things and try to answer some of the questions that you guys had along the way. I wash my face twice a day. In the morning, I usually wash my face in the shower after I've worked out with Cerave Hydrating Cleanser. I've been using this for years and I absolutely love it. I only use gentle soap-free cleansers. I don't want to do anything that is going to strip my moisture barrier. So what I love about this one is that it also contains ceramides and hyaluronic acid. Your skin has a very delicate balance. It has a pH balance, it has a moisture balance, it has an oil balance, and everything needs to be kept kind of in balance. And when you get into this routine where you're like stripping and then your skin is overcompensating, it's really hard to get your skin to act normal, act youthful, and look healthy. So when I come out, I try to immediately moisture lock. So I never dry myself super duper thoroughly. I leave a little bit of dampness on my skin. So then I go to my medicine chest where I keep all my skincare products, and the first thing I put on right away is my vitamin C serum. The one I use is by a company called Timeless. This is their 20% C plus E plus ferulic acid serum. Now the reason I use a vitamin C serum is because this is one of those active ingredients that has actually been proven to be absorbable by your skin and to create a change in your skin. So vitamin C is an antioxidant. It can help to brighten your skin. It can help to diminish age spots and discolorations. When you combine vitamin C in the form of L-ascorbic acid with ferulic acid and vitamin E, that it makes the vitamin C like 16 times more potent. So that's why I get this one that has the vitamin E and the ferulic acid. The other reason I get this one is because Timeless makes every batch fresh when you order it, and they give you a 90-day money-back guarantee. So one of the problems with vitamin C serum is that it's a very unstable molecule, and so when it's exposed to light or air, it can oxidize. And so once it oxidizes, it's no good. So this is $24.95 a bottle. It's for 1 ounce. There are vitamin C serums on the market that have almost the exact same ingredients as this, are formulated within the exact same effective pH range as this, that cost $150 an ounce. And guess what? They both go bad in 3 months. So which one do you want to dump down the drain? I know for me, I want to dump down a quarter of a $25 bottle rather than a quarter of a $150 bottle. So this is the one that I use. I highly recommend it. So basically, I just take the dropper, I put like 7 drops in my fingertips. It's very watery. I rub them together. I put it all over my face. So where vitamin C, L-ascorbic acid, is an acid, I don't recommend putting it on your eyelids because they are super sensitive. Okay, but I put it everywhere else. So I put it under my eyes, on my top lip, forehead, nose, everywhere, neck, and by the way, everything needs to go that I'm showing you here, neck, chest, and backs of hands as well. So that's why I also like to spend as little money as possible on these products, because I'm spreading them so far. Things that cost, you know, 200 bucks an ounce, it's not going to last you very long if you're putting it all over the place. I don't wait between the products. All right, so I just put everything on rapid fire. Now, a lot of people ask me why I do this. Isn't it proper to wait in between? You know, it could be. Unfortunately, even dermatologists don't agree on this, and there's no consensus on what is the right way. So this is one of those points where you need to make a decision on what's right for you. How much time do you have in the morning to spend waiting between products? To me, it seems like the best way to do it is to put on my anti-aging ingredients, some of which will be absorbed into my skin, others of which will create a barrier on the surface of my skin to keep everything inside, including that moisturizing water. The next product I apply is also by Timeless. This is my Timeless Coenzyme Q10 serum. This one contains coenzyme Q10 and matrixyl 3000. Those are both peptides that the research is not completely conclusive that they do anything for your skin, but there has been a little bit of research done that shows that they might. So I'm using this and I put it on right after my vitamin C serum. So again, this is another one with a little dropper, another empty bottle, so I just keep these down here as props. So this one, again, 4 or 5 drops in my finger. This one does not contain any acid, so this one I do put on my eyelids. So I basically dot everything around so that I get kind of an even coating, and then I go back and rub it. So in this one, it goes on my eyelids, underneath my eyes, all over, upper. Don't forget your upper lip, ladies. I know a lot of people go like this and they never get underneath your nose because your nose is blocking you there. So you've got to be sure to make sure that you So you've got to make sure that you get your upper lip, because what drives everybody crazy is those lip lines. So if you're not treating that part of your skin, if you're accidentally missing it, that's no good. Those first 2 products are fairly moisturizing because they also contain hyaluronic acid, and that is a water binding molecule. It's too big to be absorbed into your skin, but it does sit on the surface and help to moisturize and help make your skin look softer and more youthful. So the next thing I use is my moisturizer for the morning. I use the Cerave PM moisturizer. It simply means that it doesn't contain sunscreen. So I do 3 squirts of this, and I rub that all over my face. Since this is a moisturizer with no acids in it and nothing irritating, I put it on my eyelids, under my eyes, that upper lip again, same places. This is a $15 drugstore moisturizer. The reason that I use this is because it's got a couple of the best moisturizers. Those are glycerin and hyaluronic acid. And then it also contains niacinamide. There's research on my niacinamide that shows that it can brighten skin. And there's also ceramides in here. Now, ceramides are lipids or fats that already exist in your skin, and they get depleted as we get older. So this has 3 or 4 different kinds of ceramides along with cholesterol, which is what they need to actually be absorbed into your skin and be used by your skin. It's more than just knowing that it has the right ingredient in there. Skin is so complicated that it needs like the right combination of ingredients at the right pH, at the right size, in order to make it through your skin. So much of what's out there just doesn't make it into your skin and isn't going to do anything. So I try to find things that have the potential to do that. So this at least has the right mix of ingredients that has the potential to do something for my skin. Now, the sister product to this is the Cerave AM. It has all that same great stuff, but it has a sunscreen in it. It has an SPF 30, and this is a combination of chemical sunscreens as well as physical sunscreen. I am only wearing physical sunscreen right now because the chemical sunscreens tend to irritate my skin. But if you don't have a problem with chemical sunscreens and you're trying to cut out a step in the morning, you can just use the Cerave AM, put that on, and now you're ready to put on your makeup and run out the door. So my morning skincare routine is very short. It doesn't take long because I hop out of the shower. I don't wait between my products. It seems like a lot of steps when I'm explaining each one and what the ingredients are, and I put the morning and the evening, but really this is not a complicated skincare routine. All right, so what I like to talk about most, as you know, is sunscreen. I prefer a physical sunscreen. The one that I'm using currently is the Exuviance Sheer Daily Protector. This is my favorite. This is an SPF 50 PA+++. The PA+++ means that it screens against the broadest spectrum of UVA and UVB rays, okay? So in anti-aging world, the most important thing that you can do for your skin is to protect it from the sun, okay? The sun is what causes most of the aging on your face. Just compare it to another part of your body that never gets sun, your butt perhaps, and look at the difference. I spent my whole life not protecting my face, being mean to my face, and what did I expect when I turned 50? That it was going to be like, you know, the face of a 20-year-old? Ha! It doesn't work that way. Your face is out there and it needs protection. So sunscreen every single day for as much of the day as you can get it on there. So I use a mineral sunscreen in the morning to avoid irritation, okay? This doesn't get into your eyes, it doesn't irritate, it doesn't sting or burn, which is what I found with the chemical sunscreens. And of course I have very sensitive skin and I'm using a lot of other acids, and so when you combine all these acids with a sunscreen that has to absorb into your skin, it can cause irritation. So this has made my skin very, very happy. My skin is much less red, it's much less irritated. You've got to find the sunscreen that works for you. I have like 10, okay, and I know which ones work with what. But that's me. I'm a little over the top about sunscreen. If you can just get some kind of sunscreen on your face every day, it's better than no sunscreen. If you don't have irritation from chemical sunscreens, one of the easiest ones to use is the Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Liquid. This is an SPF 70, so it should protect you for the better part of the day. This is so lightweight and fluid, it doesn't mess up with your makeup. I'm just going to quickly show you the other ones I use. This one is Peptide Solar Defense. This is an SPF 30. This one works really fabulously under most liquid foundations. Then another one that I like a lot is the Neutrogena Pure Screen SPF 60. That one is like 15 bucks. That's great to use on your neck and chest. Then my last step in the morning is that I currently don't use a glycolic acid for my face because it's just too much exfoliating for me, but my hands are starting to get age spots and I don't want them to have those. So everything that I put on there I also put on my hands, but it seems like they need a little something extra, so I have been using a glycolic acid on my hands. The one I've been using is the Alpha Hydrox Oil-Free Treatment 10% Glycolic Acid. I just put a little squirt on the back of my hands after all the other stuff, rub it in, and then my last step is that I do protect the backs of my hands with a broad spectrum chemical SPF 50 sunscreen. I use the Banana Boat because it's 80 minutes water resistant, and where my hands are, you know, being washed all day, I don't want to just wash my sunscreen right off. All right, so that's my morning skincare routine. I know it took so long to get here. Now let's move on to the evening routine. In the evening, I got all this makeup on, and so I need to wash my face and take off my makeup first. In the past, I had a makeup removing wipe that I was using, and it was starting to feel really pulley, like it was really dragging my skin around a lot. And so I was looking for another solution to those. And I started using this Yes to Coconut Hydrate and Restore Ultra Hydrating Melting Cleanser just about a month ago, and I really like it. You can use it two ways. You can either use it dry or you can use it wet. I prefer it dry. So I squeeze a little bit of this out onto my hands, and it is a coconut oil based gel. Without wetting my face or my hands, I massage it into my skin. So oil attracts oil and oil breaks up oil. This has coconut oil, which is antibacterial, which is what I really like about it. I do have from time to time some hormonal acne, and so I like to have some antibacterial products to wash my face with. I do a double cleanse to make sure that my face is really nice and clean. Then I use a mild facial cleanser to wash that off, because this can leave a little bit of an oily residue on my skin. For that, I use the same thing I've been using for years, the Eucerin Sensitive Skin Redness Relief Soothing Cleanser. This contains licorice root and a lot of coconut-based cleansers in it as well. Coconut cleansers are really like having a moment these days because they really clean very thoroughly and they're not too harsh on the skin. So this is a nice mild gel. I had in the past used a Clarisonic. A lot of people ask me if I use Clarisonic. I do not. I found that it contributed to my breakouts. I don't know if it was over exfoliating my skin or if it was just that I could never get that brush head clean enough because, you know, I used the super cashmere luxe head that had the long bristles, and the bacteria, you know, is just breeding down in the base of those bristles. And even though I washed it every night after I used it, I felt like I could never get it clean, so I stopped using it. So I decided that I did want to use something else to wash my face with, so I picked up this a couple months ago. This is a Konjac Sponge. I got it at Target. It was like $4.50. And when this is dry, it's like a piece of styrofoam, and I wouldn't rub that on my face, but it's a root vegetable, and when you soak it with water, it gets really soft and spongy. And it's not like a loofah where it's, you know, hard and you can feel that it's going to scratch your face. It's so nice and soft. And so I use this with this to wash my face. So I rub that around, and I am amazed at the amount of like makeup and stuff that is on here. And then I'm amazed when I rinse it, how easily and cleanly it rinses. Then I can wash this with soap, leave it out to dry, and use it the next night. Now, yes, bacteria will build up in this as well, so these do need to be disposed of from time to time and bought, you know, and bought fresh again. But I'd rather buy something every month or every 2 months for $4.50. So then I, again, gently pat my face dry. Then this next step is mainly I do it just to make sure I've gotten all the makeup off. So I do a toner, that way I can see on the little white roundy pad if I've gotten all the makeup off. So the one I've been using for a couple of years now is Thayer's Alcohol-Free Cucumber Witch Hazel. This is a witch hazel based toner. I love this stuff. Witch hazel has a lot of studies on it saying that it's very soothing, it's very reparative, and it's very anti-inflammatory for the skin, which my skin is very sensitive. It tends to be red and inflamed after I wash it, even though I'm using stuff that is very mild. It's just that my skin is so sensitive and turns red right away. So I, you know, wet a cotton round with this. I just wipe my face with it. I can see that I've gotten all the makeup off. Generally, these are pretty clean after doing that little double cleanse. So once I do that, I don't dry off my face then. I don't wait. Then I apply the big guns in my skincare routine, which is my prescription Retin-a. I actually have the generic, which is the tretinoin. So here's that. The one that I use is the 0.1%. I've been using Retin-a, tretinoin for 3 years now, and I will never be without this. I love it. I can't believe the changes in my skin. I started off with the strength that was half as strong as this, the 0.05%. I used that one for the first 2 years. Then I used both for another year while I bumped up to every night with this one. Now, when I say that I don't wait to put anything on, I have been using this whole combination of stuff for 3 years. My face is acclimated to it. I don't have to wait. If you're just starting out with Retin-a, it can be very important to wait for your face to dry thoroughly before you apply the cream to your face. The reason is that when your face is slightly damp, it is also more absorbent, which is why I put everything on when my face is slightly damp so that it will absorb everything in better and more effectively. But in Retin-a land, that can be bad because absorbing the Retin-a into your face, you know, more effectively can cause more irritation and inflammation, and we don't want that. Retin-a is a long-term play. You need to think of this as your, you know, the person that you're going to marry and be with forever because you love them so much. This isn't a one-night stand. This isn't something that's going to work in a week. So the reason that I decided to start using prescription Retin-a is because it is the gold standard of anti-aging. It's got 30 years of research behind it that proves that it can improve sun-damaged skin. It can help your skin to generate more collagen, and it can keep your skin looking more youthful longer. The way I use this is I basically take the pea-size amount, rub it between my fingers. I dot it around my face. 1 dot on each cheek, 2 dots on the forehead, 2 dots right here at the juncture between the old sagging jawline and the chin. Whatever's left on my finger, this finger once a week goes on my neck. This one goes half on the back of this hand and half on the back of this hand. Then I spread that around. That's enough to do your whole face. Where I put it currently is my entire forehead, up under my eyes, really close, here on my crow's feet, bridge of my nose, down my nose. I avoid right in here. I do my upper lip. I avoid the corners of my lips, but I do here all the way out to my ears, chin, and draw it down my neck a little bit. Now, my face has been able to acclimate to it. I use the exact same procedure on my neck. Unfortunately, my neck just goes crazy every once in a while and it cannot be used there, which is why I only put it on there once a week. After that, I use my retinol product, and that is Cerave. So Cerave just came out with their Skin Renewing Cream Serum, and this is their retinol serum. This is the box that it comes in. And this tiny tube is an ounce. So this also contains ceramides, hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, and their patented controlled release MVE technology. So I've been using this for, I want to say about 3 months now, and my neck has not been having any irritation from it. So this is what I use on my neck and my chest. I gotta say, lately people have been asking me why my neck looks so good, whereas before people were like, your face looks great, but your neck's giving you away, sister. You need to do something about that neck. So I think this is actually really working now that I've been using it for a few months, and this is almost empty, and I will definitely be going out and purchasing more of this. So I just pump out 1 squeeze of that, and I just rub it on my neck and down my chest, and then I spread some on my fingers and backs of hands. Some people also say, my doctor told me to wait 15 minutes after I put on my Retin-a. And I'm like, what? Why? Your skin's gonna dry out. So I don't wait. I know there's differing opinions, and like I said in the beginning, even the doctors don't agree. My doctor says it is fine to just slap your moisturizers right on top. Don't worry about it. You're not diluting it. Your skin is capable of absorbing it just the same, and not to worry. So that's what I do. Finally getting down to the home stretch here. So without waiting, after I put on my Retin-a, the next thing I put on is my Olay Regenerist Micro-Sculpting Serum. I love this stuff. I've been using it for years. This is the one thing that I was using before I started, you know, really looking into products. And when I started looking into the products, I was so happy to see that I was actually using something that had some good stuff in it. This contains peptides, hyaluronic acid, and a huge dose of niacinamide, which you already know I love. So all those things, it helps to moisturize, it helps to brighten, and the peptides also scavenge free radicals inside my skin at night that have been caused during the day by sunshine and pollution. So that's great. I do 3 pumps of that, and I rub that around between my fingers, and then I spread that everywhere: forehead, eyelids, under eyes, top lip, everywhere. Then right after that, again, no waiting, I apply the Olay Regenerist Micro-Sculpting Cream. This is the fragrance-free. I love that it's got a ton of niacinamide. It's also got glycerin and hyaluronic acid, and I don't know what it is about this cream, but I've tried all kinds of other night creams, and this is really the one that like keeps my skin moisturized all night long. All right, so that was my evening skincare routine. I know it seems like a lot, but it's basically double cleanse, Retin-a, retinol on the neck, serum, moisturizer. That's it. So that is my entire skincare routine. These are absolutely my hands down favorites. I keep trying other things. None of this stuff ever goes. I always come back to it. So that's how you know that skincare is working for you. When you leave it for a while and you don't like how your skin looks, and you're like, oh yeah, I need to go back to that stuff. And that's what keeps happening to me, so I keep coming back to this. Just remember, if you still have other questions, to leave them in the info box below the video, and we'll do a separate video answering your specific questions. I hope you found the video helpful and informative, and as always, I appreciate your watching. Thanks so much for your time. So take care, everybody, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.